Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Thank you, the first timer, long timer, cross watcher. Everybody, welcome. You know that by now. What you probably also know is that this tarot reading is different from other tarot readings because I focus on you. I focus on your manifesting. I don't predict, don't prognosticate, don't really look at anything else but you and the energies around you. And that way, the idea is to help you manifest more quickly, more successfully. And we begin right here with the Hyper Shuffle. And there you go. Today's Tao Manifesting Tarot. So let's take a look at the energy. Like I said, this is all about your ability to manifest. So let's take a look at today's key energy. Change in the wind. I think at least on a subliminal level, people are well aware. They can feel the astrological energies. I mean, we do have a full moon coming up. I think it's in Aquarius. I think it is. In any event, people can sense that there's something that needs changing. You may even have a very good idea what needs to change. But at this point, it's simply recognizing that. I mean, this has been, the last couple of years especially, but maybe life in general is just such an up, down, around, and round kind of situation. Sometimes you're not nearly as productive as you would like to be. But there's a definite change in the wind. You can sense it. You can feel it right now. May not be able to quantify it. Don't worry about it. You will in very short order for sure. King of Cups. On the plus side, very loving, very giving, very open. Good guy. Of course, on the other hand, he could be a little self-indulgent, could be a little myopic in terms of emotional put. So the question is, are you giving to yourself or are you preventing yourself from giving to yourself? That's really what it is. Remember I said we look at everything from your perspective. Are you being loving to yourself? Are you setting out a loving agenda? Or does your programming prevent that from happening? No, I'm not worthy. No, I don't deserve it. Question that you really need to ask yourself, and you need to make sure that you're getting a good, clear vision. Queen of Swords, that's what she's good at. Very good at. She can see very clearly, very concisely, very logically, straight talking. You got to be straight talking with yourself first. Remember, everything begins with you, and then it spreads out to everyone else in your life. So you have to begin there. So what do we have in the first two cards? The idea of straight talking about loving yourself, respecting yourself. And when you can do that, you will love and respect everyone else around you. You think that you see somebody acting a certain way, and that's the way they really are, and then you find out later they're not. That's because they never were. They put on a mask. Don't put on a mask. Walk away from all of this conflict. There's a lot of stuff floating around you. In society in general, mass media lies. You can tell mass media is lying when they open their mouth. Pretty much is what it's gotten to these days. Nothing but PR for big business. So they fed you a lot of baloney information that you originally may have bought. You're not buying it anymore. As you see, this guy's picked up two swords, leaving the rest there, because those two swords he knows are true for him. No more bickering, no more fighting. He has his core idea, his core philosophy, and he's getting out of Dodge, moving forward. That allows him to make a decision what's valuable to him. Because ultimately, and you know, we go through this almost day after day after day, we really have to get to a point of what is valuable to us. Pentacles are not just money. God forbid that they're just money. I'm not against money. We live in a 3D world. But we have put money ahead of everything and everybody else. And you see what the world is like. You are seeing what the world is like for you. And you got to make a decision. You got to love yourself. You got to think clearly about your perspective, what you believe, what you don't believe, why you believe it. You got to get into that. That will help you make the decision. You're in the midst of it right now because there is a change in the wind. You see the future. You want some excitement. You want some enthusiasm. You want some passion. You see it. But you're not there. I mean, he's not there. He's looking out to sea and hoping, wishing. Got three beautiful wands. He carries a lot of hope. He carries a lot of positivity. And he wants to take it with him into the future. So that means at the Nine of Wands, what he has to do is decide, okay, let's see what we can do with moving forward. This is a card of commitment, of stamina, of courage, overcoming despite setbacks. So these two cards fit together beautifully well. You see the future, you know what you want, and you're ready to fight for it. That's the change in the wind. Up to this point, you weren't really clear on what it was you wanted, why you wanted. But what helped you to do that was a broken heart. You know that you've been lied to. You know that you've been mistreated. You know that you've been cheated, fed false ideas. You know that now. And now it's time to move on. And we remember, of course, it wasn't that far ago that you had the Five of Swords leaving the baloney. You carry your two swords. You carry the information, the ideas that are most important and valuable to you, the most honest to you. That's going to make all the difference in the world. Speaking of the world, things are moving. Things are moving. Again, this goes with this idea of a change in the wind. You can feel it. You can sense it. It's just putting those little parts and pieces together. And man, that's the toughest part. Because to do that means your old world dies. It ends. This is the death card. Of course, death means restoration, rebirth. But you may not entirely be feeling that because once you see the truth, you can never look back. And I think all of us, each in our own way, has seen the quote-unquote truth about our lives, our society. And once you see it, you can never go back. I think that's why so many people live in denial. Because they know this truth, that if you see the truth, if you experience the truth up close, firsthand, you can never go back. And I think they would just as soon live in blissful ignorance. But there's a change in the wind. They know it. You know it. Best thing that you can do with this energy, go with it. Go with the flow. Find your truth. Love yourself. Move ahead. You can do this. For the folks at YouTube, thumbs up, right? Always. Subscribe, share, and certainly like. And I'll see you again tomorrow or next time we have a chance to manifest tarot together. But between now and then, as always, peace and blessings.